So Jack and Injun really gave me some burden of making a speech. And when they were giving a speech, I was thinking on my own. In fact, I made a list about what I should say, but I think maybe I will just forget it. Okay. Yeah, through these weeks, we really learned lots of things. Before, I think all of us have the same trouble with our teaching. It's just like we're not quite sure how can we deal with the material we have, not only for listening and speaking, but also for reading and writing. But with this performance, I think for this class, for Rachel's class, what impressed me most is we cover performance almost every day. Okay, so I quote the saying from Dr. Walker, say the performance is a culturally situated communicative event involving specific people with specific roles, saying and doing certain things at a particular time in a particular place. It's really a very good definition, and through it we can find the 5 important parts in performance. And with Bob's help, I think we really involve this performance. At the very beginning, when Rachel assigned us with the performance watch, we have no idea. We did lots of recordings, but we don't know how can we deal with this and what is the function of this. But with the exercise, we become more and more clear. We just sort out the time, the place, and the roles, and so on and so forth. And we also put it into our teaching material and try to figure out, are all the roles quite important in each performance, or can some of them can be omitted? So we really dig ourselves into our own materials. And through the teaching practice, I think we put more authentic material into our teaching rather than just quote the sayings from the textbook. So I think it is really a good way for us to improve our maybe activities in school. So this is quite useful. And I think with the survey she assigned for us, we go deep into the American culture, and it changed our stereotype about the American people. Okay, so this is another thing I consider which is quite useful. And another one I would like to mention is about, I think it's about their goals or their projects towards the students. I think Rachel mentioned about this, Dr. Walker mentioned about this, and Professor Lee also mentioned about this, is our focus is not only on the teaching material for the teacher. In fact, the material is designed for the students. Teacher is just a kind of director, just the director or the leader. Not the leader, I mean the helper for the settings, right? So really we should start from the students. We not only just change the so-called teacher-centered classroom into the student-centered, we also need to change the material to fit the students. It's just like sometimes we use the materials in America, so I try to set American settings, and Rachel raised us a very good question. Do you have this kind of setting in China? Maybe not. So we still need to change something to fit our student and let them to know, oh, this is really useful. So this is what I get from this class. And another thing is return to our culture observation, just as my two colleagues have already mentioned. We experienced the American neighborhood, not only from Franklinton and Upper Arlington. In Cincinnati, we made a very interesting thing it seems that we experienced 2 different social stages just in one area. Like in the downtown area, it's really modernized, but it's just like one or two blocks away, we just shift to a totally different place. So it's really, really quite helpful for us. And also, like, I'm the person who never go to bars, but but in these 3 weeks, we experienced a lot of things. And I thought, from my point of view, going to bars is just to drink. But now I changed my mind. Going to bars, you can experience a lot of things. Drink, I learned lots of drink name. And besides that, we can also enjoy different types of music and activities like magic show, like bluegrass, and so on and so forth, right? We also went to the outdoor play in Shirley's Park, which is also quite nice. And we also went into the theater and watched the old movie and made lots of fun there. So I think we are really, really experienced with Bob Help, and we can learn more about the performance act. And another thing I would like to add might be a little bit different for them is this is not my first time to come to America, and I thought I would adapt myself here very easily because I know here, although it's not different, it's different state. I think it might have some common things, but things really changed my mind. Just maybe it's because of the length of time. Maybe it's because of the difference of the states. It's just like when I was a student here, I didn't experience as much as I had in these 3 weeks. And I went to the supermarkets when I was in school, but I think what is sold there is totally different. And I thought it's quite convenient to take the bus by just like a quarter. But now the rate changes a lot. Like we need to spend $2 for the quarter bus, right? And in the past time, lots of people drive. But nowadays, maybe fewer people will drive. Like Bob, he said he seldom drive. He will take bicycle. So it really changed a lot of things from my understanding in the past time. So I think it's really experience, and hopeful we can have more chances to come here again and try to experience more. Lastly, I would show my great appreciation to Dr. Walker, to Bob, to Rachel, to Pat, and to Dr. Lee. So I think we really experience a lot from all aspects, and we also have very good dormitory to live in, right? Okay, it's really convenient for us. Great, thanks.